Yo, what is happening? My name is Apton and welcome to a brand new episode of the Let's Play series. This is episode 3, and in the last episode we built up this epic shop so that today we can now build shelves and everything that we need to start selling items. And guys, the past 2 episodes have had crazy challenges like going from $0 all the way up to 50k, or building this shop in just 3 hours. But today I have the ultimate one, which is by far the most insane challenge yet. I'm gonna be taking the money that I have right now, which is basically nothing in this game, and trading it up to the point that I can stock up the entire shop full of the rarest items in Lumber Tycoon. We're talking items that were only obtainable 7 years ago, the most powerful axes, all of that good stuff. So yeah, with that said, let's dive straight into this video. Okay, so in the last episode we built up this shop and we didn't really get to doing the interior, so in this episode we're going to have to do that so that we'll have shelves and everything so that we can put our brand new items on all of the shelves so that we can actually sell them. So without further ado, let's start working on all of the shelves for the shop. And actually, to build these shelves we are actually going to need some new blueprints, so I think I only need a few, but we're gonna go ahead and get some table blueprints because those are pretty useful as shelves. So let's go ahead and get these. These are very nice for shop interiors. Stairs, maybe they might come in handy, I'm not sure. They are pretty good for axe displays, but let's go ahead and get those. And with that done, let's start working on the shop interior. And I'm kind of thinking that I'm going to build all of the shelves out of pine wood, so for that we're going to need some TNT, so let's go ahead and get some of that. Alright, let's go ahead and buy this TNT. I think I'll only need 1, but it's always good to get 2 just in case. Now let's head right back to the base, drop one of these TNT off just in case, and then we're gonna go ahead and blow up the boulders so that we can get some fir wood. Oh my gosh, really? It looks like the boulders have fallen perfectly so that they have a little bit of a space that I can just go through without even having to use any of my dynamite. That's awesome. Well, that's really helpful. So now all I have to do is get some of these smaller pieces. Defaultio actually recently patched the eMove B glitch with sawmills, so you actually have to use pieces that are the size of your sawmill, and I have the smallest sawmill still. I should probably upgrade that soon. I've just been procrastinating it, and I guess this recent fix is my motivation for that. So I'm gonna get that maybe when I'm a bit richer though. But let's go ahead and get another piece. This one's pretty good as well. It's hard to tell if it'll actually fit in my sawmill because my sawmill is very tiny, but let's see. Alright, let's bring this back to our base. Alright, now it's time for the moment of truth. Let's see how much of this actually fits in, so let's get this. Well, that was a fail. This one got glitched. Let's try this one now. That looks like it worked out pretty good. That's a nice piece. Now it's time to see if this piece will actually fit in. This one was a bit bigger. Yeah, it's not gonna fit. Alright, I guess I'm gonna get a better sawmill then. Alright, I'm gonna get the fair sawmill. I'm not trying to break the bank right now because I'm trying to get really good items with the money that I have right now. So I'm just gonna try to buy as little as I can. I'm not trying to spend a lot. The fair sawmill should be enough to fit these pieces, we'll see. And okay, I guess I didn't need a new sawmill. What the heck? That just went into my old sawmill? Well, I mean, it's good to have a better sawmill, I guess. Dang it. There we go, it fit. I don't think I would have been able to do that with the shabby sawmill, but this is definitely not a very good upgrade. It's like 0.2 studs bigger or something. It's not good at all. I needed a reminder for how bad the fair sawmill is. This should be enough wood for now. Let's get this all into the shop real quick. Alright, now it's time to build some axe displays, and for that I'm going to take a post and place them about right here. Let's go ahead and place that, and that looks pretty good. It looks like it will work pretty well. So let's fill all those in. Alright, the axe displays are done. Let's test it out with my axe. That looks pretty good. Now imagine that with a bunch of rare axes. I think it's gonna look really good. In fact, I think I might as well do the same thing on the other side. So let's put this here. Now I'm gonna fill it all in. Perfect. Alright, that's looking pretty awesome. I think this is gonna look really cool once it actually has axes on it. Now let's work on the gift display. So I'm going to build shelves, I think, right here. So let's just put a blueprint here. I'm using skinny smooth walls, by the way. And we'll finish it off with a small floor. Now let's just fill it all in. Alright, that's looking really good. Now I think I'm just about out of pine wood. I'm gonna have to go get some more. Alright, remember we're looking for saplings because I can't fit anything bigger in my sawmill at the moment. So let's get this. Alright, now let's put these in our sawmill. Ooh, that fits beautifully. Alright, great. Let's take this all in. Alright, now let's place some long tables down like this. I'm thinking I'm going to have a series of long tables just in the center of the shop, and they're all gonna have pretty cool items on top of them. So let's fill these all in, destroy our alignment blueprints real quick, and then place another few tables and fill them in. You can see that the tables are pretty detailed and they don't take much to fill in, so that's pretty awesome. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some, I don't actually have the tile blueprint, but I'm going to take some tile blueprints and put them on top, and it'll kind of look like a tabletop or tablecloth. It'll look pretty cool in my head at least. Let's go ahead and try it out. Get a tile blueprint. And no, I do not want to buy this guy's sawmill. I already have a fair sawmill. Alright, let's place these tiles on top like so. I'm going to do that on every table. Looking good. And now, what should I fill this in with? Yeah, let's do oak. Alright, I got some oak wood. Let's just go ahead and fill all of these tile blueprints in. And that is looking very good. I'm glad that I went with the oak. It looks really good. Okay, right now I'm just fixing up some walls up here on the upper floor just because it's a bit rough right now. So yeah, I'm just filling in the one stud area across the wall that will serve as kind of like an interior wall. Of course, using corrugated walls so it looks like wood panels since I like that look. Alright guys, so I did fix up this upper bit a little bit, so now there's nice siding on each of the walls. So beforehand it was just kind of iffy, it didn't look very good, so I kind of fixed it up and made it look a lot better. Now I kind of like the idea of not having an upstairs area, just leaving it as a tall ceiling so that it'll feel a lot more spacious in here, because right now I'm feeling a bit cramped. I could possibly do a balcony and put shelves on it to put extra items on it, but I'm undecided right now, so I don't really know. For now, I'm just gonna remove this rough scaffolding floor. So yeah, you can kind of see how spacious it becomes without a second floor. I kind of like that, but it does seem like it's kind of missing a balcony, so I'll probably do that from here to here or something like that. Alright, now I'm going to add some boards for price tags on each of the tables like this, so that we can have like prices for all the different items that we'll put up on here. Alright, I think that's good. Now I'm going to fill it in with probably cherry, so let's go ahead and see if I got some. I do have a little bit extra, so let's go ahead and fill all these in. Coolio. Now I think that looks pretty good, honestly. That should be pretty cool. Let's take this wire and do a bit of a demo. So this wire placement is a bit wrong. Josh should probably fix that, but yeah, that looks pretty good. I think that'll work pretty well. Alright, so now I'm going to build a balcony right here. So I'm going to go ahead and get these large floors that I left here. I'm going to do it out of pine, so let's get this, put it up here. I think I'm going to do it right here so that it kind of looks like this is kind of supporting it. So now let's get a few more. And that is the balcony finished, but I do want to add some railing using neon wires, so I'm going to have to go across the ocean for that. So let's go ahead and get a ride on the ferry, which seems to just be arriving, which is great timing. Let's go over there and get on the ferry. Alright, neon wires acquired, and wow, did that break the bank for me. I'm at 25,000. Remember, beforehand I had like 34,000, so that's nearly 10,000 that we just spent on decorations. I need to stop spending. We're gonna have barely any money to start stocking up on rare items so that we can get rich. Well, we'll just take these back. At least it'll look cool, so yeah. Alright, so we got a bunch of neon wires back to the base. Now I'm going to use them to build a railing for the balcony. So let's go ahead and take these all up. So for this railing, I'm actually going to place some tiles so that I can place the wires against them. So I'm going to place one right here, and then another here. Then I'm just going to expand this throughout, making sure that they're all aligned. That's good enough for now. Now I'm just going to go ahead and make my railing. Alright, looks like the railing is complete. Now I'm just going to destroy all of the guide blueprints like so. Alright, the shop interior is looking really good. I'm happy with this. Now up here, I also need to put in some shelves up here just so that we have a little bit more shelving space, because up here is a little bit empty. And I think maybe some displays in the windows, and that should be pretty much it. So yeah, let's go ahead and build those. And then after that, we can finally start trading and getting a ton of rare items. Alright, now I'm going to build some display shelves so that you can see some items through the windows to try to attract people in. Alright, that looks pretty good. Again, once we get the items on it, it should look a lot better. And then now all that's left to do is put some shelving up here and it will pretty much be done. So I think I'm going to take some of these tables and I'm going to actually stack them this time. Okay, that looks good. And finally, I'm just going to install some square tables right up here and that'll be it. Alright, that is looking great. I am really happy with how the interior has come out. All that's left to do now is fill all of the shelves with items. How are you going to do that with just $25,000 to your name, you may ask? Well, I honestly have no idea. I'm making it up as I go, but the idea is to buy some items off of someone, then sell those items for more money to someone else, then take that money and buy some more items, rinse and repeat until I can fill the entire shop up full of items. So yeah, with that said, let's start server hopping so we can find some people to trade with. Okay guys, I found someone with a shop, although by the looks of things, they might be a little bit overpriced. They're selling many axes for 70,000 each, which is way out of my price range. Let's see if he has anything cheaper. Okay, by the looks of things, the book gift is the cheapest thing he's selling, and he's selling it for 25,000, which is all of my money, so I think I'll have to find a different seller. And as luck would have it, I found a different seller in the same server who is selling mini axes, so I gave him an offer for 3 for 25,000. He was originally selling them for 10,000 each, and that would have been 30,000, but I convinced him to go down to 25,000 so that I can actually afford it. So yeah, if everything goes to plan, I'll be able to get 3 mini axes for 25,000 and hopefully be able to flip them for more money. We just gotta hope that this guy isn't gonna scam me. Okay, we're good. Alright guys, we got 3 brand new mini axes. Now I'm going to put them on shelves so that we can actually sell them. Alright, with that done, they're looking pretty good. Now I'm just going to put down a price so that people can actually tell how much I'm actually charging for these. So I'm gonna do 15,000. It's not too high that I won't get a buyer, but I'll still be making profit. Alright, there is my sign. It is not very pretty, but it'll get the job done. Now I'm just going to wait for people to come along and send me offers for my mini axes. I just put a bunch of ads on different Discord servers as well. I'm actually going to start out with 25,000 and see if anyone gives me offers, and if not, I'll lower the price. We'll see. Alright guys, I found a buyer that has contacted me through Discord, and he actually wants 4 of them, so I'm going to sell all 4 of my mini axes to him for 100,000. Okay, he just sent me all of the money. Now I'm just gonna give him all of the mini axes. I'm actually not going to have an axe after this, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and buy one. Hopefully I'll be able to find a truckload that has some and be able to buy it for 100,000 and be able to stock the shop with it as well. Okay, let's allow this guy to save items to base. Reload. Alright, we have successfully sold mini axes for 100,000. That is actually crazy to me. We took 3 mini axes and I guess the one before, which I think I got for like 10,000 or something like that. So I got all of those mini axes for around about 35,000 and just flipped them for 100,000, which is over $60,000 profit, which that's just insane. I was honestly expecting to have to do so much more trading to be able to get that much. I am genuinely just in disbelief right now that I was able to pull that off. Now that I have $100,000, let's try to find someone who's selling truckloads of various rare items for $100,000 so that we will be able to stock our shop full of items. Now obviously I do not expect to be able to get a ton of items out of 100,000, but hopefully I'll be able to get enough to stock some shelves. Alright guys, I have just secured a deal with this guy for 69,000 for this entire pile of stuff. I'm gonna get my truck. Alright, he just put all of the items into the truck. That is an insane amount of items for just under 70,000, in my opinion at least. So yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and send him the money. Hopefully he doesn't scam me. I'm just kind of hoping that he's not going to. I didn't really do any background checks, so he might scam me, I don't know. I mean, so far it looks like he's whitelisted me. Hopefully he enabled save items to base. I mean, he could easily have just enabled like a few options to make it seem like I'm whitelisted, but I mean, it looks like it all saved, so that's awesome. Wow, I feel like I'm on a roll with not getting scammed. I was fully expecting to get scammed way more often in this series, but so far so good. Thanks person for not scamming me and for selling me these items at so cheap. That was kind of awesome. Alright guys, now I'm just gonna take all of these items and put them into my shop, try to stock it up as best I can. Hopefully it'll get it, I'm thinking at least like halfway stocked. We'll see, maybe, I don't know. There's not a lot of items, but you know, we're working our way up. I'm just gonna go ahead and put my overgrown axes over here. Very lovely. And I'm actually gonna take one of these mini axes because if you recall, I actually sold my only mini axe, so it's very good that I actually got a mini axe. I kind of forgot while I was trading, so it's very good that I remembered to get at least one mini axe. I got a few, which was kind of awesome. And I'm actually going to take some of these gifts and put them on the pedestals so that people will be attracted in. Let me just put this burger cola over here. Maybe an overgrown present right here. And let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. The idea is that people will see that and they'll be like, oh shoot, this person has stuff for sale. And they'll come in and hopefully buy something. I mean, that's the idea. We'll have to see if it actually works, of course. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my shop is completely stocked with all of the items. Obviously, it's not completely stocked with items, but with all of the items that I had. So yeah, you can see that there is a lot more going on now. I think that the shop just overall looks better when it has items in it. But you can see that I've got 4 mini axes for sale. I might change that price because I think 25,000 is a bit steep, but we'll see. And then I have a bunch of overgrown axes and a mini axe over there. I also got a bunch of random items over here on the pedestals, and of course a bunch of eyes and the 2 overgrown axe gifts over here. And then over here we have some gingerbread axe gifts. So now all that's left to do is put up the prices. So I have all of these little boards. These are for prices. So let me go ahead and get some wires. And man, does that shop look cozy at night. Wow. I just want to go inside of it. This just draws me in. Wow, that's awesome. Alright, so let's get some wires, put up some prices. How much do you think I should do the murky gift of goo for? 15,000? I think that sounds good. Now for the gingerbread axes, usually I see them priced at like 30,000, maybe 25,000. I think that's good. And then for the eyes, I'm thinking 15,000. There we go. Alright, I'm going to reduce this price to 15,000. It was at 25,000, which I think is a bit high. And if everything goes to plan and I'm able to sell these gingerbread axes for the price that I'm selling them at, I'll be able to make back my investment with just 3 of them. That would be 75,000, and all 4 of them would be 100,000. And keep in mind that I spent 69,000 on all of these items. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm buying in bulk and then selling individually, and that seems to be a pretty good way of making money. I actually need more wires, so I'm going to go ahead and get some of those. I'm going to need some for these boards over here, as well as for the axes over here. And maybe even for the pedestals, we'll see. If this works, I'm going to be very surprised. I'm going to use my truck as a shopping cart. Let's see. And oh my gosh, it's freaking working, what the heck? Well, I guess I'm gonna start using my truck to buy items now? What? It's always just glitched out. I guess with the improved handling updates, that just works now. That's kind of awesome. Well, it looks like buying wires has just gotten 10 times easier. Wow. Wow, that saved so much time. So let's just put the exact same price that I put over here on this board over here. And back here we have 25,000. Alright, I have just installed all of the prices, obviously on these boards out here, right here. I didn't get one for the other side, but I think that's fine. And then of course I've put down 15,000 for each of the axes over here. Hopefully people will actually buy things at the price I've listed for, otherwise I'm gonna have to reduce the prices. But I think I'm pretty confident that I have priced these fairly. Let me know in the comments down below actually, if you think that these are fair prices, or if you think I should reduce or higher them, depending on what you would buy them for. But anyways, I just looked at the time of this recording and it looks like we are well out of time, which unfortunately means that I have failed my challenge. Oh no. I was hoping to get this entire shop completely stocked full of items, including all of these shelves up here and this shelf back here, but I think I got it pretty well stocked, especially for the deal that I got. I still have money, and I wasn't planning to still have money by the end of that. Man, I am super excited for the next episode. I'm just gonna tell you, at the time of recording this clip, I just finished recording a video about the new L'Oreal pumpkin, which means it is now spooky season, and I'm going to be stocking up in this series a lot with these new items so that hopefully we can get super rich, and that means that I'll be stocking up the shop with new spooky items. It's gonna be an absolute blast, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Don't you guys worry, I'm going to have that video up very shortly. This episode took a long time to produce, but I also had a lot of school that I had to deal with, so that's why it took a couple of months. But don't you worry, the next episode will be up very, very soon. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a blast, and I'll see you in the next episode once it's out.